Good morning one and all. Welcome to my channel. My today's video is on the 10th poem of standard 10th, that is C.L.M, written by John Masefield. C.L.M is the name of the poet's mother, Caroline L. Masefield. C.L.M is the poet's John Masefield's mother, that is Caroline L. Masefield. She is poet's mother. This poem is dedicated to the poet's mother. The poet has dedicated this poem to his mother. Here in this poem, the poet explains how a mother faces partial death after the birth of a child. She risks her life and gives birth to a new life. The mother loses her beauty after the birth of a child. She sacrifices her beauty for the sake of the newborn. She suffers and bears the pain and still finds happiness when she sees the newborn child. On the other hand, the poet explains how she is treated by the men in the society, and the poet says, what can we do? What can we dedicate to the mother? So, coming to the poem, if you just happen to see the textbook, there is a pre-reading activity wherein they have given you at the beginning of the poem, there is a pre-reading activity. They have asked you, can you think of one line dedication to your mother? Can you think of one line dedication to your mother? That mother who has sacrificed her whole life for you, who sacrifices her whole life for you. What have you done in return for her? Children, live your life in such a way that your mother feels proud of you. Mother is that God whom we can see. So always respect her and look after her whenever she needs you. So never forget this. You have to look after the needs of your mother when she really needs you. You should be there for her. So that is the only way you can return something to your mother. Whatever the mother has done for you, it is highly impossible for you, for each one of us, to return everything, to return each and everything what she has done for us. No, it is not possible. What mother has done for us cannot be counted. It is unlimited. So we can do something in return which we all have to do. Coming to the first stanza. In the dark womb where I began, my mother's life made me a man. Through all the months of human birth, her beauty fed my common earth. I cannot see, nor breathe, nor stare, but through the death of some of her. Here, the life of the poet began in the mother's womb. He was given life by his mother. Where that life was given? In the mother's womb. That is why the womb is said to be dark womb, because his life began from the mother's womb. The child is nourished by the mother for 9 months in the womb. Here in the womb he cannot see, he cannot breathe. Everything is done to him by his mother. She bears partial death At the cost of her life, she gives birth to the child. Here the poet uses the words, my common earth. It means the poet's body. The poet sees himself as common earth on which his mother's beauty was lavished abundantly. So he refers to it as my common earth. The second paragraph or the second stanza of the poem, down in the darkness of the grave, she cannot see the life she gave. For all her love, she cannot tell whether I use it ill or well, nor knock at the dusty doors to find her beauty dusty in the mind. Here the poet's mother is said to be in the grave. The mother is said to be in the grave. It means that she is dead. Actually, the poet's mother died while giving birth to her sixth child, Nora, a baby girl, the poet's sister. The poet's sister Nora. So the mother dies, the poet's mother dies while giving birth to this girl child. So the poet says, she cannot see the life. She cannot see that life which she gave. She cannot tell how her son looks, how he has lived his life. She cannot knock at the doors to find and know how her son has grown up because her memory has faded. So this is the second stanza. Coming to the third stanza of the poem. If the grave's gates cannot be undone, she would not know her little son. I am so grown, if we should meet, she would pass by me in the street. Unless my soul's face let her see my sense of what she did for me. My sense of what she did for me. Here the poet imagines that if the mother comes back to life, he just imagines if the mother comes back to life, that is, death is undone. If the death is undone, then also she will not be able to recognize her son, as she has not seen him grow. The mother, she has not seen the child grow. She has not nourished him later on because she is dead. So she will not know that this is the son she has given birth. She will not know. Even if she passes close by to him in the streets, she will not know that it is her son. The attachment between a child and a mother develops through years. After she gives birth, she nourishes the child, and every minute she is with the child. But in the present poem, it is not so. She has only given birth. She has not nourished him. She has not brought him up. Here, in this poem, the mother will not be able to recognize her son. The fourth stanza. What have I done to keep in mind my debt to her and womankind? What woman's happier life repairs her for those months of wretched days? For all my mouthless body leeched, ere birth's releasing hell was reached. So it's very interesting here. The poet John Masefield takes an unusual turn. He says that he is in debt to his mother. He is indebted to his mother. He is in debt. And not only to his mother, to all the womankind. For the suffering they need to undergo the suffering when they are giving birth to a child. The labor pain the mother bears cannot be repaid in any other way. The mother, at the cost of her life, She gives birth to a new child. That is why the poet says, the wretched days, those wretched days, those are the miserable days. It's for the mother to bear another life. She bears another life within her body. She bears the pain for 9 months. The baby in the mother's womb is compared to a leech. The baby in the mother's womb is compared to a leech. Why? The leech sucks the blood. To live, the leech, what it does? It sucks the blood. So also, the baby to live in the mother's womb gets nourishment, sucks the blood from the mother's body, gets the nourishment from the mother. The baby within the womb is completely dependent upon the mother till she delivers the baby, that is, till she gives birth to it. The mother nourishes the baby within her womb for 9 months and then gives birth to it. Those miserable days, the pain she bears, is explained by the poet in this stanza. Coming to the last stanza, what have I done or tried or said? And thanks to that dear women dead, men triumph over women still, men trample women's right at will. And man's lust roves the world untamed. O grave, keep shut, lest I be shamed. So in the earlier paragraph you saw that the poet says, let the doors of the grave be open. He says, let the doors of the grave be open. Now he says, O grave, keep shut, lest I be ashamed. Why does he say this? Here the poet questions himself. He questions, what have I done for you? What he has done in return for his mother, who is dead. The author thinks that he is also to be blamed for the fact that men are ill-treating the women. They consider themselves superior to women. Men always consider themselves superior to women, and they always try to ignore the rights of the women. The rights of the women are always ignored. Men feel that women are not as important as they themselves. But it is not so. It is women who gives birth to a child and not a man. So why should her rights be ignored? The poet feels that from his part he has not done anything to solve the problem. The poet expresses his concern for womankind. He says, O grave, keep shut, lest I be shamed. He is telling the doors of the graves, you keep shut, otherwise I will feel ashamed that women are treated so badly by the men, and he himself is a man, so he is feeling ashamed. Poet says, let the doors of the grave be shut and let his mother rest there in peace. Let her not come into this unkind world of men where there is no respect for her. This is just an imagination of the poet. Hence the poet says that the only thing which we can return for the womankind is the respect which we can give for the women. So children, remember that you have to always respect the women. It may be your sister, it may be your mother, it may be your wife, it may be your friend, but never forget to respect the womankind. So this is the summary of the poem. Hope you all have understood the poem. If you have understood the poem, you have liked my video. If you have liked my video, what you have to do? Like, share and subscribe for my upcoming videos. So if you go to see the short summary, The poem C.L.M. written by John Masefield. Caroline L. Masefield is the mother of the poet, the poet's mother. He explains about the pain and the sufferings of mother. What can we do in return, and how women are trampled by the men in the society. Okay, children, coming to the examination point of view, questions asked are like the summary type. The summary of the poem is asked. Explain what the poet wants you all to dedicate. Like, what should be dedicated to the womankind? Or write the summary of C.L.M. The questions may be like, why is the baby in the womb compared to a leech? The reference to context may be like, O grave, keep shut, lest I be shamed. Or the question can be like, what is the common earth? My common earth, what does it mean? So these are the questions which will be asked. Once you go through this summary of the poem, you will be able to write the 1-line, 2-line question answers. For 3 marks and for 4 marks, you will have the summary of the poem. So, hope you all have understood it. Please do like, share and subscribe.